get into it. I'm going to make it a couple of blocks above the ground so that you guys can see what's going on. And we want to start off with a 9x9. Alright, once you've got your 9x9, you want to find the center. So we go to the fifth one. Fifth one, we'll break that out. Drop a stair in there. Waterlog it. That'll keep all the dirt nice and wet, ready for us to put crops on. Now, we want our composter there to get the villagers to do all the work for us. We'll put a block on there so the villagers can't hop up there and then hop down and wreck everything. We'll just chuck a torch on that just because we can. And we want to make a wall around this that's 2 blocks high all the way around. Now that we've got our 2 block high wall, we want to find out which way we want our villagers to exit the farm. We're going to go this way, and while we've got it here, we're going to set it up and bring our villagers in now so that we don't have to do it later. So we've just got a couple of villagers in boats here. You guys can get them in however you want, boats, minecarts, however you like. We've just chucked a couple of beds in there temporarily. They'll pathfind their way in there for you. And we can go and block them in and get rid of all this temporary stuff that we had to get the villagers in here. Now that we've got the villagers in here, we can get rid of their beds and we can start tilling all the soil and putting our carrots in. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't have enough carrots to fill it all, because after a while they'll start planting the carrots. You can come and harvest them and refill them up later on if you need to. Alright, now we want to chuck a temporary block there. So that we put a trapdoor there, and a trapdoor there. We want that one to be open, that one to be closed. Oh well, sorry, both open. Depends on how you look at it. Alright, from here, we just want to drop a bunch of carrots. These will get the guys to start breeding, and it's not going to work just yet because they don't have beds. So let's move on to our next spot. Alright, now that we have our villagers in place, we have our crop done, and we have our trapdoors where we need them, come into our drop chamber. So we go from the top of the wall down 5 blocks. We go down 3 on the one behind that, and 2 on the dirt that holds the trapdoor. And same on the other side. Then from here we want 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Break the 7th and place a wall. From there we want 2 blocks. We fill this in with 3 block high wall. This end one, we want to add an extra to make it 4. Alright, once we have our walls done for our drop chamber, we want 1, 2, 3 blocks here to hold our beds. With the pillow facing the villager, we want 1, 2, 3, and your 4th bed doesn't really matter which way the 4th bed faces. We need a sign on the 2nd block here, and then we want a sign on the block that's under the bed. Chuck an extra block on top of the sign there. Now we can add our water, which goes under the drop chamber there. Alright, once we have our beds and water set up, we're going to turn this block here into a 3x5 platform. 3, 5. With 2 block high walls all the way around. Okay, once you have your platform and your walls, I'm going to get down here and chuck our water bucket on the block in front of this sign and above this sign. And we'll push all our villagers down into this corner. Alright, once we've got our platform and our water all set up, you can come over here under this corner block and drop our dispenser. And make sure it's a dispenser. Chuck in our minecarts. Once you've got that in there, we want 2 powered rail. We want 1 block up, and then another block up and out. You can take this out whichever way you need. You can go up higher, you can make it turn, whatever you need it to do. Got our 2 powered rail, we want 1 more rail and rail there. We're just going to chuck this here to stop our villager once he's out, and then we'll chuck a button on the side of the dispenser here. Alright, now once we have a villager here ready to get picked up, and you know where you want to take him, off to your farm or wherever it might be, all we need to do is make sure that we've got our minecart in the dispenser, hit the button, and he's on his way. Then we're done. The only thing we need to worry about with this is make sure that wherever you've built it, there's no way for any mobs to climb up into the farm. Also, you might want to put some lightning rods around, or maybe a roof a few blocks above, just to make sure that the villagers are all safe. Alright guys, now just quickly before we forget, we want a switch to turn this farm on and off, so we'll chuck a sticky piston here with a lever on the back that will close this off. They can't see the beds anymore, and so they'll stop breeding. Also in the corners, we'll just chuck a torch just to make sure that the crops will always grow. Even at night they'll keep growing as well. They should be the last touches, and our farm should be complete and ready to go. We'll turn it back on and let them keep breeding. That's it guys.